Good evening, traders, and welcome to the weekly commodity report. I'm your host, Paul. This is where I use wave analysis to look at the charts and see where price might be headed. I'm going to look at natural gas, oil, copper, gold, silver, and uranium. So let's get started. This is natural gas, the 4-hour futures chart. And Monday we made that low. So my last video, I said that we needed, from the June high, we needed 3 waves down. And to me, it looks like 5 to there, running flat here. And then I was looking for an ending diagonal. 1, 2, 3. They went up for 4 and then gave us 3 waves down to complete the 5th wave of a diagonal. So there is the possibility now, we could say for the first time in a very, very long time, that natural gas has created a long-term low, because this is all the 5th wave, the 5th wave of the 5th wave. So that is one possibility. The other possibility is this is all because it is very sharp. I mean, there's several running flats. You had a running flat up here for 1 and 2, and then this running flat for the A, B, and this. What I'm saying is this all could just be really one wave, the A wave, and they're going to create a B wave, followed by still one more C wave, because this is on a 4-hour chart. If you look at like something like on a daily chart, like that just looks like one wave to me. I mean, that's just very, very sharp. You know, on a 4-hour chart, I can break it down into an ABC, but on this daily chart, that just to me looks like straight down, basically. So that's why I still think there's a possibility that this is all just the A wave. So this 1882, and they look. It's actually, when I drill in on natural gas, it's actually starting to look like it's quite impulsive. Like, it looks like there's 1, 2, and then there's another 1, 2, and then there was another 1, 2. So just like a whole bunch of 1, 2s, and this, I think they could be making a running flat here. So it's not clear yet what this is, but I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done going up yet. It's possible that this might just be A and B, and now they're creating a really big C wave. And so like this is 1 and 2, and then there's another 1, 2, and then we're starting to get some 3 and 4s up here. But I don't think this high that they set today, 212, I don't think that's the high, because I don't. It gets quite choppy here. It doesn't seem like it's done going up yet, but I have a feeling that this might just be the B wave. So either this is going to be like A, B, and C, and that'll be the B wave, and then they're going to come all the way down, or this could be a big B wave. You know, this could be just like the A wave. And then they'll create a B wave and go up one more time, and then eventually come down. So for me, I'm not playing it like the low is in, and you should just be buying and holding it. I think you can buy definitely and play for a little bit more bounce up, but I think you might get one more chance to buy it at its low. But I definitely would not be shorting, because there are 3 waves coming down now, and so that is a possibility that 1882 is going to be the low for the rest of this year and probably for years to come. So, you know, playing for a short just for that little bit when you got so much potential upside doesn't make any sense to me now. So I'd only be looking for buy setups. I think you're going to be able to get one more chance under the low, but you never know. So, you know, putting on small positions even right here makes a lot of sense to me. And if you can afford it, when it gets down lower to put on another small position and dollar cost average. I think that's the way to go. So natural gas, it looks good. I think any dips definitely should be bought because I think natural gas is in a good position. All right, let's go on to oil. Oil. So there's a couple ways to look at this chart. So as I've been saying, from the December low, to me that looks like 5 waves. And I had always been thinking that this WXY was going to be all the correction, and now we were going to be going up. That was my base case, and I thought that they were going to be going up in a diagonal because they had this ABC, and so I thought there'd be a 3-wave pullback. So this ABC would have been 1, and I was looking for an ABC, some type of 3-wave down for 2, and then explode up for 3, 4, and 5. Well, that obviously did not happen. So I'm still in the belief, though, that this is 5 waves, that 87.60 is the end of the 5-wave movement. And all they did is just make a much bigger correction. So WXY, that was like the A wave. ABC, that's the B wave. And now they just completed a 5-wave move down. And so that's a 335 known pattern, correction pattern. And so far it's looking good. So it came in and broke that Y low of 72.43, fell down to 71.64. If we drill in on the 4-hour, you could see like it's getting a strong bounce upwards. And so it looks like you got a 1-2 and then another 1-2. And that could be 3, and then here's 4. So they should be going up at least one more time for a 5th wave. And then we'll have to see. Because it would be really nice for them to clear this purple zone, especially the 76.54, and clear it convincingly. Because the bearish pattern that I would see then is if I'm wrong, and this 5 wave, it's not a leading diagonal, it's just like a WXYXZ, then they could be coming down in a diagonal, because this WXY, that would be 1, this ABC would be 2. Now they're coming down for 3, and so then this 5-wave move would just be the A wave, and if it doesn't clear this 76.54, and then it comes back down and breaks 71.64, then this would be 3 waves down. And now you're going to be getting so close to this 67.74, which is the invalidation that this is a leading diagonal. So I think if this purple zone, if they don't clear that convincingly, or basically if they come down one more time and break 71.64, then this is looking like a diagonal now going down. You have 1, you'll have 2, and then you'll have 3. I mean, I guess it's possible that this is just going to be a bigger WXY. Maybe they get down to 70 or so and then it reverses. But as it stands right now, we have a 335 pattern in place. I'm going to get rid of that line. That's irrelevant. And, very strong movement today. So let's see if there's continuation and we can start to get a strong impulse going back up. But yeah, I'm only looking for buys because I think this was just a big correction, and now oil should be going up. So let's see. The invalidation point is down here at 67.70. Well, actually, if they break 71.64 again, I'd be getting quite nervous then, because then this could be the start of more downside. There will be a bounce for the 4th wave. If that's 1 and it's 2, and 3 would be, actually 3 would probably be right around 67, 68. There will be a 4. So even if you bought here, still might even have a chance of getting out for break even before they go down for that 5th wave. So let's see. All right, let's move on to the metals. I'm going to start with copper. This is the continuous contract, futures contract. And last week, I thought that this correction could be done. We had an ABC down, we had a little ABC up, and then there was this three-wave move down that I thought could be like a WXY, and it was right at the bottom of this green zone, and everything was kind of lining up that this was going to be a really good buying opportunity. Had a strong reaction, but then obviously we came and we broke that previous low. So now this all becomes a very big impulse. So 1, 2, and then you had another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, and then it's 1, 2. This is 3. This is 4, and now they're making an ending diagonal. So 1, 2, and 3. This is 4, and now fifth wave they did break the low, but when I look at the little internals of this, it looks like they'll push it down a little bit more, but because this is an ending diagonal and now they broke it, I'd only be looking for buy setups. I mean, there's not much left to go shorting. So what I'm saying is this looks really good because I've been looking for this fourth wave to come down if this is going to be a diagonal. And as it stands right now, this ABC, that would have been A, this would be B, and now you've got a 5-wave move down here. So this becomes a bigger A, B, C, another 3, 3, 5 correction. And so I'd only be looking for buy setups because even if it's going to go down after this ABC, you're going to get a very big correction, because then like this would probably be like 1 and they'd be going up for a 2 if they're going to go down. So I think we've got a big ABC correction. It's at a good buying zone. You got divergence, very strong divergence, 4-hour divergence. Well, I'm sure you got daily even. Yeah, you got daily, not on MACD, but definitely on RSI. So to me, everything looks good now. That copper completed a big ABC, and now we just got to see if this is the fourth wave and it's going to go up, or is this like in the start of a diagonal itself? You know, this ABC could have been 1, this ABC could be 2. This all could be the A wave, but you're going to get a 3-wave correction for the B wave, and then still one more down if they're going to come down for the third wave of a diagonal. So yeah, I'd only be looking for buys, and then we'll just have to see the reaction that we get within the next couple days. I would think it should be ending this entire impulse down, and then I think it's in a position for that. That's the fourth wave, and now it's going to go up for the fifth wave. But we'll watch, because there is the potential that you just get a little 3-wave correction and then one more down. But either way, I think buys are the way to play it, either for a short-term or hopefully long-term trade. All right, let's go on to gold. All right, so gold is looking like it was going to go break this. I was really wondering what this pattern was, but now it's starting to sell off again, because I've been thinking since last week that this should have ended a third wave and we should be coming down for a 4 before we go back up for the fifth wave. So this drop to me makes a lot of sense, and it looks to me like you got 3 down, 3 up, and so far you just got 3 to here, but we didn't even break that low. So could be like they're making a diagonal. This was 1, and maybe you'll get, I would think this isn't 2. I would think that first push up was just the A wave, B wave. Should be getting like 1 more up, and that would be 2. And then more selling to happen. Or this could be turning into a running fly, who knows. But if you're in gold, you just have to have a decision because it could be coming down into one of these zones. And if you can hold it, I think that's probably the best way to play it. Because I think they'll be coming down for a 4 and going back up for a 5. If you're not in it, I think you can wait and let this play out because the selling here has been getting pretty strong. So I think you'll be able to get it a lot lower here. All right, let's move on to gold. All right, so gold last week I thought looked really good. Had an ABC down, 3 ways up. Then you had this 5-wave move down. And so to me that looked like an ABC right into the top portion of this purple zone. And I thought things were looking really good for silver to start to go up. Could have been all the correction. And then all they did is give us a 3-wave move up and then really starting to sell off here. So now suddenly silver, to me, looks like they could be in the middle of making a diagonal. So this ABC could be 1, 3 ways up here for 2. And now this looks like your A, yeah, down to here. A, 3 ways up for B, and now coming down for the C wave, and it doesn't look like it's even done yet. Because if we really drill in, this last wave here has to be 5 waves. So to me, it looks like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and now you've got only 3 waves down so far. This last wave of this last wave, the 5th wave, it itself has to be 5 waves. So 1, 2, they got to push this down more for 3, 4, and then another push down. So for 5. So I could see them targeting the bottom of this purple box. So 25, 20. I think would be a really good place then for silver to start finding some buyers. So let's see. So to me, it definitely looks like they're making an impulse, but I only see 4 waves. And they did break the low of the 3rd wave, but they only did in 3 ways. So I think silver's got just a little bit more down to go. And if you're lucky, I think 25.20 is a good area to be looking for buy setups. Because at that point, you will have 3, 3, and then this would be another 3 waves down. So even if it's going to go down farther, they have to go up for a 4, and then they would come down for a 5. So I'd be looking to at least play for a 3-wave move up for the 4th wave if they're going to make a diagonal. There's also the possibility that this 3 waves is W, that was X, and then they'll be coming down, finishing the Y wave. And then that's going to be all the correction. And then it's just going to be marching its way back up. So, either way, there has to be an up wave for something, either total upside or up for the 4. All right, let's move on to uranium. All right, so uranium took a turn for the worse for sure. I was wondering if this correction was going to be done and they were going to be going back up. So now this looks very impulsive. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 came right and tapped the previous low of 1. So the previous low was 28.56, and this up wave right here was 28.56. So to me, that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. And because this is a correction, and I don't see this 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I guess there's a possibility. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. I was just wondering if this could be like some kind of expanding flat here. That's an awfully big C wave for that expanding flat. We'll watch it. I'm not in love with that, but that's a possibility that all of this, so this was actually like the A wave, this was a B wave, and this could be the C wave. That's a possibility. It's just a very strong C wave for this expanding flat. So we'll keep an eye on that. But to me, I'm going to remove this line, it's irrelevant. To me, I'd be waiting on uranium because there should be, after this 5-wave move down, there should be a 3-wave move up at least into this purple box. So on this chart, it's 25.35, 26.94, 3-wave move, and then still one more down. And then you'd have a nice 3-wave correction. And then something under 22.79 becomes very, very attractive because as I've been saying for quite a while, I'm looking for this, go to a 4-hour, for this to be a big running flat. And this was the A wave. And so now we need a B wave. Well, we had 5 waves up. So I need 3 waves down for it to go back out to complete the B wave. And then it'll still come down one more time before it goes back up. That's the overall pattern. That'll take many, many, many months to complete. So that's why I'm looking for 3 waves down, because that would make sense. That it corrects this 5-wave move up. So anything under 22.79 would look really good, because then I'd be looking for it to go all the way back up and break the 33 high. So yeah, where it is right now, I'd only want to be buying, but it'd be a short-term buy, because I think it's just going to be correcting at least into this box. Could go lucky, could go higher if you're lucky and you buy it, but I think there's still going to be one more down. So very short term, yeah, buying makes the most sense to me. But if you're able to have patience, I think you're going to be able to get one more shot at it underneath the low made on Monday, and then I'd be definitely looking to buy for kind of a long-term trade. Go all the way back up. All right, that's the commodities as I see it. Hope it helps. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your likes and support. I'll see you in the next video.